Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Jay Murph, back here with this new show we're starting, this fashion guide. Now, before we can deal with anything fashion, we have to understand what the color wheel is. The color wheel is the basic tool that you're going to use to basically identify colors so you know how to contrast well. Because my biggest theory with fashion is that people are attracted to colors of contrast. So if you contrast colors well, you're going to get looks. It's just the eye is naturally attracted to this. So it's nothing that we're doing. It's not a gimmick. It's not a trick. Basically, we're just drawing more attention to you through color and matching colors correctly. And this is a color wheel here, but this color wheel right here is very complex. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with an easier one. So let's go to the easier one right here. So the simple philosophy to this is what you want to do is you want to use colors that are opposite of each other. So as we look at this wheel right here, the easy one, we can easily see colors that are on opposite sides of the wheel. So for example, if you're going to wear anything purple, the best color to match it with would be a yellow or an orange, or that color between the yellow and the green. If you're going to wear red, obviously the blues, the red or the oranges, obviously the blues contrast the most. And that's basically how a color wheel works for, in easy terms. Now this doesn't mean that when we're building our outfits or anything, I'm not telling you guys to go out there and buy purple pants and then use like a yellow shirt with it. Hell no, we don't do that, right? We're men, we're not circus clowns. So we don't do that stuff. But this is just to give you the idea of how a color wheel works. Now this does, however, help you with such things as matching ties or matching other things that could come into play if you have a hat or anything like that'll help draw the eye towards you, and that's why we want to use the color wheel and know how it works and understand that these colors contrast. If you look at these, you'll see that sports teams use this. Think of the Minnesota Vikings. They have purple. What is the purple outlined with or highlighted with? Is highlighted with the yellow. Think of how many things are red and blue. Superman. And then they throw the yellow in there because, of course, yellow is right in the middle between those two, so it's far enough away for it to work. And this is basically how a lot of people create color schemes. So this is a simple color wheel, and if you understand this philosophy, then we can return to the one over here, and let's dig into this one right here, guys. So as we look at this color wheel, there's something that we notice. We notice there's more layers to this one than there was before. Yeah, we still have all of our colors that we had on the previous wheel, but there's more layers, and as you can see, it's brighter in the middle, and as it gets towards the outside, it gets darker. And that's to help us with, as I said, matching such things as accessories, because remember, we're not going to wear purple pants, we're not going to wear red pants, we're just not going to do that. We're not trying to be tweens, we're not Lil Wayne, we're men. So we're definitely not going to take that route. But I mean, if you choose to, look, we all got our own swag, so we do whatever we want. You're your own person. I can't hate on you. If that's what you want to do, go for it. I personally, you ain't gonna catch me dead in no red pants. If you catch me dead in red pants, remember what I told you guys before. That means I just signed a lucrative contract with a boy band, and they are paying me a shit ton of money. That's the only way you'll catch me dead. Other than that, if you catch me in some red pants, call the FBI. That means that I and my family are in serious peril. So, back to the color wheel. Now, the reason that we have these layers is because sometimes you need to match colors that are closer on the color wheel than complete opposites. Like when we looked at the old one, everything was very simple because we were just like, oh, let's just go on the opposite side. Yellow is opposite of purple. But let's say, for example, you need to match blue with the purple. So you could see blue and purple are right next to each other on the color wheel. So how do we get a blue with a purple? Let's say you're going to wear a blue button up and you want to wear a purple tie. It can be done. You just have to be slick with how you do it and do it correctly. Now, the way this one works is if you're going to match colors that are closer on the wheel to each other, for example, as I said, the blue and the purple, what you want to do is you want to go, let's say we're going to go purple, like a dark purple, like a plum purple, like similar to a purple like this right here. I'm going to zoom in on it right now. So if we go to this purple right here, then for sure we're going to put a blue tie, but the blue tie, we don't want to go a dark blue. So what we're going to do is we're going to go closer to the center of the circle and pick a blue like, let's say this one right here. So now, due to how dark and light these two colors are, you know, they're actually, there's more contrast to them, if that makes sense to you. So we chose one on the outer rim. So if we go next to it, that means we can choose a blue, but it has to be on the inner rim, or as far away from it as possible. So yes, it is possible to do a blue with purple, but that's why you want to do a dark purple with a lighter blue. Let's think of the Tennessee Titans, for example, and that's my football team. If y'all listen, y'all know that. They run a blue on blue. Now, when you look at the way they do their blue on blue, they pick a very dark navy blue, but then they match it with a very light blue, like almost like a baby blue. And the only way that this works as a decent color scheme is because of the fact that they have the dark blue, the extreme dark blue, next to an extreme light blue. So they use the outer rim of the blues and they mixed it with the inner rim of the blues, if that makes sense to you. So they were far enough away to make this work. And then what do they do with their star? They use a darker red, which if you notice, red is on the opposite side of the color wheel altogether. And this is why their outfit works. Even though my personal favorite is the all white, you know, that's my personal favorite, or when they do the all dark navy, that's my personal favorite. But I'm just showing you guys how this works. So this is why we need to know the color wheel, because it's going to help us with situations as far as accessorizing or just putting colors together. As I said, there's nothing wrong with wearing ties. I wear ties. So I like to look slick myself, so I'm not going to ever hate on any of you guys for trying to look slick. But this is how we use the color wheel. Now, we also have to understand that we have neutral colors. And if you look over here on this side of the color wheel, these are our neutral colors. Quite simply put, our neutral colors are basically anything that goes from white to black, which basically is the whites, the grays, and the blacks. Anything in between there is a neutral color, and neutral colors can be blended with anything, although you still don't want to do a very, very, very dark color with a black. It's just not going to pop. And thus, you know, for example, if there's girls out there, I'm not saying that, you know, we need this to attract a girl, but what I am telling you, because remember, we approach women. If we see a girl we like, we approach them. But you will get eyes just due to the natural nature of the way the human brain works and the contrast. So those colors are going to be so close that it's just going to bypass. Nothing's going to attract her peripheral vision out of there. If you do, like, for example, that dark purple with a black, it's just not going to attract her eye. So what we need to do is we need to use, like, they still want to do the same thing. You can wear the black with the purple, but you want to use one that's in the lighter shade, because that's going to create the contrast and then attract the eye, and boom, you're in. As far as catching that eye, you're in. So as I said, this is the reason why we want to use the color wheel. So I'm going to show you some other examples of problems that other people are having with colors, and I'll explain why these are bad. So here we go. So I would say the most common flaw that people make, or one of the most common flaws, is that they forget their skin color. I say think of it as your skin is the canvas, and your skin is a color. Thus, you have to apply the same rules with your skin to matching colors. As you can see, this person right here is wearing something that is so similar to his skin color that the outfit looks very, very bad, and it's clashing with him because of his skin. This picture as well. this one right here, we can see it on the other end of the spectrum, where the shirt, because it's brown, clashes with his skin because it's brown. And this is something that we want to avoid at all costs. I'm not telling you not to wear colors like this, although I would try not to. But what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to break it up with another color. Like, for example, the beige could be one with a black undershirt to break it up, or the brown on the brown could be broken up with a white undershirt or a white under thermal. But at the same time, this is not what I would aim for. I would try to avoid this at all costs. I remember one time my brother, his girlfriend bought him this brown shirt with these orange pinstripes going up it. And he wore it because she got it for him. And I was like, yo, bro, what the hell are you doing, man? And he's like, well, she got it from me. I was like, yo, man, you look like you're walking around naked with orange stripes painted on you. So this is not what you want to do. You don't want to do anything that looks like these, because this is clashing. Even though it's your skin and it's not part of the outfit, it's clashing, and this is why we don't do that. Versus these pictures that I'm going to show you right now. These are not clashing. Now, first things first, I hope you guys ain't walking around dressed like this idiot right here. As I said, if you do, that's your thing. I just think this looks terrible. I think he's trying way too hard, and that's damn near peacocking. So, but I want you to see the blue on his skin, because they're opposite colors on the color wheel. It works, because remember, like his skin is almost like would be similar to the orange, but very, very light, and blue is kind of on the opposite side, and that's why this works. So this is another example right here. Right here, this green works very well on this gentleman right here, because it's just, it's just simply providing contrast, and that's all we're trying to do, is provide some form of contrast. And when we have contrast, it looks like these that will attract the eyes. As I said, just don't do that outfit with the shorts. You already know the Dean would kill you if you did something like that. And for another example, we got this dude right here. This is pink, and I know Dean tells you guys don't wear pink. I'll be the first to tell y'all, I rock pink. I don't give a damn. I rock the hell out of pink, actually. But you can see, look at how well pink looks right here. And it's because, as I said, the level of contrast on the skin. And so that right there is one of the most important steps, is keeping in mind that you want to use your skin as the canvas. So that's probably all we're going to talk about today. We're going to always refer to the color wheel in future episodes that we talk about fashion. So you can just literally, if you're shopping, just pull it up on your smartphone and use this to help you shop. Don't go to a lot of these places where, some of these people are dressed ridiculous because they'll put anything together so you look like them. You can do it yourself. Just use these tutorials to help you out. I'll easily help any of you guys out. The Facebook page is there, so we can make something work out on the Facebook page. Just send me a private message if you really need help, and we'll see what we can do. So I'm going to be signing you guys off with this last statement to think about. We always tell you guys that the clothes don't make the man make the clothes. So we're still telling you to be men, but I'm just still going to give you guys some fashion tips just to help you guys out as far as attracting an eye. I still want you to approach the women. I don't want you to think these women are going to look at you and see the color and come to you. This is not peacocking. This is just looking sharp. And we're going to dig into specific items next time. So I'll catch up with you guys later. Y'all be good. Peace out.